Hello, and welcome to the Computer Literacy Center's online instructional videos. My name is Sergey Amadov, and today we'll be learning about formatting worksheets in Microsoft Excel. Excel is an extremely powerful analysis tool which can help compute complex equations. However, in its default state, the information that Excel provides is in a format that isn't always readable. With the help of some formatting tools, we can make a set of data easy to read and find what we're looking for with just a glance. In this video, we will be covering how to get started with formatting your worksheet, and then we will dive into some of the different options to choose from. Among these will be some text alignment options, colors, borders, styles, themes, and text styles. Let's get started. If you'd like to follow along and completed the Excel Basics module, go ahead and open the file we created in that module. If you'd like to follow along and haven't completed the Excel Basics module, find the Start file bundled with this module. Remember, save it under your own name and save often. Here's our sample budget to see if I can go on vacation. With all of the text in the same format, it can be difficult to read the data and get the necessary information. To fix this, we can apply some different formatting tools. First, we'll take a look at some text alignment options. To make the title of our report easier to read and nicer to look at, we'll take a look at the Merge Cells option. In the Alignment group, we want to use the Merge and Center option. This will merge all of the cells that we select into one big cell and center our text in it. To use it, we will select all of the cells we want to merge and center. Then, we can click Merge and Center, and Excel will do all of the heavy lifting. As we can see, our title is now centered and the cells have been combined. If we make a mistake, we can simply select the merged cell and click the Merge and Center button again. This will unmerge the cells and return the text to its pre-merged position. Another handy tool is the Wrap Text option right above the Merge and Center option. If there is so much text in one cell that it spills into the next, you can click on Wrap Text to make Excel put the text onto a new line. This can be useful if you need to keep uniform column width, or if you just prefer the look. Otherwise, Excel has similar text formatting options to Word, PowerPoint, or other Microsoft Office applications. Next, we'll be covering some colors options. These can help our spreadsheet stand out and make things easier to visualize. For our budget, let's color code each area. We'll color code our monthly income green to represent money coming in. To change the background color of a cell, start by selecting the cells you'd like to change. Then, navigate to the font group and click on the arrow next to the paint bucket icon. From this drop-down menu, we can choose from a variety of colors. We'll pick a green and click on it. As we can see, Excel has colored our selected cells green, making it easier to distinguish the income from everything else. Now, let's color our expenses orange to represent money going out. We now have a color-coded budget sheet that is easier to navigate and understand. While the report is easier to understand, it still doesn't look quite right. We can make these tables pop with some borders. To find the border option, we'll have to take a look at the font group, next to the paint bucket tool we just used. Clicking on the arrow, the Borders drop-down menu will appear. From here, we can find and select an option that would best suit our tables. First, we need to select everything we'd like to put a border around. Then, we open the Borders drop-down menu and select the Outside Borders option. Next, let's put a border underneath our title. Instead of selecting that cell and adding another Outside Borders option, let's look at the Draw tool. In the Borders drop-down menu, look farther down to find the Draw Border option. Selecting it will turn our cursor into a pencil icon. With this, we can then choose where we want our border to go. In this case, we want it underneath our title. We'll start on one side, click and drag, and draw our border to be the correct size. We can also draw other borders if we want. If you misclick and draw a border somewhere you don't want a border, you can simply press the Undo button. However, let's say that you realize you don't want a border somewhere after you've added a lot to your document. Instead of undoing all that work, we can simply go to the Borders drop-down menu and select the Erase Border option. With the cursor changed to an eraser icon, we can simply click on the border we want to erase to make it disappear. If preset borders don't fit the look of your document, you can also try the More Borders option to make custom borders. If you'd rather have preset designs so that you can format large amounts of data at once, Excel has some nifty built-in design tools. First, we'll take a look at the Cell Styles drop-down menu in the Styles tab. If Excel has enough room, you'll see a couple of cell styles already available to choose from. If Excel doesn't have enough room, it will shrink it down to a single drop-down menu. Opening this, we can choose from a variety of preset styles. Let's change the style for all of our total cells. First, select the cells you want the style to be applied to. Then, navigate to the style you'd like and select it. As you can see, Excel added custom borders, colors, and font styles with a single click. Excel's Cell Styles menu is an extremely useful tool to format large amounts of data quickly and consistently. Another useful trick with preset cell styles is that you can edit all cells of the same style at the same time. To do so, we start by going to the Cell Styles menu. Then, we need to right-click on the style we want to change. Clicking on Modify will open a dialog box where we can select and add different cell styles, such as numbers, alignment, fill, and protection options. For our case, let's try changing the font. Click on the Format button. This will open yet another dialog box where we can change the type style, alignment in the cell, font, border, fill, and protection options. Excel's default font is Calibri, but let's say we want to change it to Arial. We just find the font in the list and select it. If we wanted to change the bolding, italics, or size, we could also edit them here. Once we're done with our changes, we can click OK to close that box. Then, OK again to apply our changes. We can then see that Excel changes the font of all cells with the style we reformatted. Excel has one more time-saving tool, with themes. Themes are like preset cell styles, but for entire workbooks. Choosing a theme will affect colors, fonts, sizes, and some graphic styles. Changing themes is a helpful way to make large changes to your workbook, which you can then further format using the tools we discussed earlier. To use themes, we first have to navigate over to the Page Layout tab. Then, Under the Themes group, we click on the Themes drop-down menu. Since Excel will show you a preview when you hover over an option, find one that looks nice and click on it. The default theme is good enough, so I won't choose a different one. Excel will then format everything for you, and if you aren't completely happy with it, you can tweak it in a few ways. You can either go to the tab again and choose another theme, or you can change the color palette or fonts, found next to the Themes drop-down menu. In our worksheet, we have our numbers correct, but they don't represent a budget. For our numbers to be more useful as a budget, we need to make sure each amount of money has a $sign and the proper amount of change. Instead of going through each cell and adding a $sign, we can simply change all of the text styles at once. Text styles can format cells to represent information differently. This can be useful for accounting, dates, percentages, and other uses. To do this, start by selecting all of the cells with dollar values. Then, navigate back to the Home tab. Then, look in the Number group. Clicking on the drop-down box will reveal a set of options to choose from. Since we're making a budget, we want to select Currency. Excel will then format all of the numbers so they are uniform. And remember, every time you format, it can change the layout. So keep an eye out for improper cell widths and other formatting issues. Formatting a worksheet or workbook in Excel can greatly enhance the readability and make it easier to understand. Merging and centering cells can draw attention and enable more precise layouts for tables. Changing cell colors and adding cell borders can also draw attention, making certain sections of your worksheet more visible than others. For a quicker and easier formatting method, you can use the preset styles and themes that come packaged with Excel. And perhaps most importantly, you need to use the correct text styles to best represent your data. With these tools, you're ready to format your own worksheets.